it made me regret it so much. And I said, I'm never doing this ever again. Yeah, and I never did do it again. Welcome everyone to our Ramadan Radio. Today's topic is on whether we should have suhoor outside or inside, and if we should eat suhoor outside, how should we go about it? And this topic is very specific for one reason. I have a very specific story about this. A lady once invited my housemates, my Muslim housemates and I, over for suhoor, but she invited us during actual suhoor time. So that was around 5 a.m. This is the first time, I was invited to suhoor at an actual suhoor time. Usually it's like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. breakfast, over at someone's house, and then everyone goes home, just goes to sleep. But no, she invited us at actual suhoor time. So I was a little concerned, but all my friends were very excited. We said, yeah, let's do it. We had slept late that day too. I was just praying that, we would wake up on time because it would be very rude if we had missed it. Out of that fear and anxiety, we thankfully did wake up on time. But it was, I kid you guys, waking up that morning at 4 a.m. in the cold. And it was, that morning chilliness. To go outside, get ready, and go to someone's house to eat breakfast, it made me regret it so much. And I said, I'm never doing this ever again. Yeah, and I never did do it again. But we went, and by the time we got there and we saw this whole big table that the lady had, prepared for us, and we had a nice conversation, and it ended up being nice. After we ate breakfast, we prayed Fajr together when the time came in. And then we said our goodbyes. We came home around 7 a.m., I guess. It was a very interesting day, definitely. But overall, my opinion is I don't think we should have suhoor outings at 4 or 5 a.m. If we're going to do this, let's do it in a nice 12 a.m., 1 a.m., and then call it a night afterwards. But I wanted to get the opinion of my wonderful friend here, Betul, and what she has to say about this.
Yeah, well, Ramadan is also about sharing and caring for each other. But on the other hand, suhoor is something that is very intimate, something that you do with your family and your friends. I get that, but your story also suggests that we should be careful while doing it because our body gets very tired during the day. We should also pay attention to that. And also the nights that are sacred, the holy nights. I think that we should be at home praying just ourselves or with prayer groups or something like that. I think that is more important. I think the question is not whether we should do it or not, but how we do it, like you said.
That's a really good point that you made. I did not look at it from the perspective of the spirituality. Like you said, Ramadan nights are times for connection with Allah, to spend in prayer. And definitely Ramadan is completely about community, with the group prayers like Tarawih and iftars, having that 30-day iftar schedule with loved ones and friends and people that you're just getting to know. It's incredible. But what you said about suhoor is right. There's a lot of Muslim places, I guess, who offer, for example, early breakfast, like suhoors at their restaurants. But it's a matter of, how appropriate is it for us to go out into these environments on these holy nights? That's a really good point, Betul. Thank you for mentioning that. And what do you think about the time of suhoor?
Well, I think that doing it late, like the exact suhoor date, can be a little challenging for the one that is hosting and also for the guests. Because like you said, you have to wake up very early and then you have to be fasting for the day, and it can be challenging. Also for the host, then you have to prepare breakfast and other things, your home, etc. Yeah, so I think maybe we should do it like you said, like at 12 o'clock. Or maybe do it at the suhoor time, but then like if the Ramadan is in winter. I'm sorry, what is winter in English? I'm talking Dutch.
Wait, winter is winter in English too. Yeah.
Oh God. Sometimes I go bilingual or something.
Well, it works this time.
I think if it's in winter, then we have shorter days, so it could work out. But like if you have it in summer or something, then it is very long. So I don't think I could have handled that.
Yeah, I think we did it thankfully on a weekend too. So by the time we got back home, I think everyone just called it a day and slept until like noon, which is also an idea. Maybe it's something you could do once in a while in a nice, comfortable, safe environment. You know, have suhoor over at someone's house and then just sleep until noon afterwards. But at the same time, it's not very nice, or it's not part of our sunnah as well. So, you know, sleep until noon and spend the whole day sleeping. So it's definitely something to be mindful of. I don't know if people have this experience. Yeah.
Yeah. And simplicity is an essential part of Ramadan, right? So we shouldn't be very, I don't know, you know, if you want to go out for suhoor, that is also okay. But if you want to do that for other intentions than other than connecting and, you know, like a social event, that I think that is important what your intentions are, because, you know, we should be more modest. We should think about what the suhoor meant.
Definitely. If you spend the whole day fasting and all that effort goes down the drain, if you start talking about, you know, worldly matters, or especially things maybe like sinful, you know, maybe like gossip, or maybe just words that are kind of a waste of language, instead of forming these, you know, beautiful connections with people, instead you maybe don't talk about things that are more worldly. That's definitely worth thinking about as well. Well, that was a really interesting conversation. I'm curious as to whether anyone listening had an experience with suhoors like this, or how do you guys generally spend your suhoor? Do you spend it at home, or do you just eat before you go to sleep and then wake up in the morning, or maybe just drink water? Definitely different options. Do you also have funny suhoor stories? I would love to hear them in the comments. We would love to read them in our following episodes. Definitely keep us updated. Share your thoughts, comments, experience, and stories in the comments. And we hope you all have a wonderful Ramadan. Betul, do you have anything to add before you call it off?
May our suhoors be filled with good intentions and good things.
And healthy things, you know. Let's have nice, healthy suhoors that, you know, keep us full during the day. Maybe not sweets or carbs that might just, you know, get us drained. But yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and we hope to see you at our next Ramadan Radio episodes.